How's the tour going? Is it going well?
Yeah, it's going great. It's actually best vibe we've had on a tour so far. At least since we came back in 2004, the audience is really participating and really enthusiastic, and it's generally it's just a great vibe. You know, people are screaming and dancing and singing along to the songs, and they seem to know both the older and the newer stuff. So it's really rewarding in that sense, I think.
Great. Now let's just get things sorted before we go too far. You're the drummer with the band, yep?
Yeah, that's true.
And how long have you actually been with Europe? Because you've been with them quite a while now.
Yeah, I've been with the band since 1984.
Uh-huh. After the band took a little hiatus, I believe you did some tours with people like Ozzy Osbourne and so on?
Yeah, well, I played with a lot of different artists in the 90s, and I guess the most well-known was Glenn Hughes, the bass player and the singer from Deep Purple, once in a while. So we did a couple of tours and recorded a live album in Japan and so forth. So yeah, I've been, I never really, quit playing drums, even though Europe didn't play for a while.
Now, since the band's reformed, you've been doing quite a few tours, and you've currently got a new album out. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. The new album is called Last Look at Eden, and it's been out since, I think it was released at the end of October, if I'm not totally wrong. So that's what we're touring on, the new stuff. So it's really great.
Yeah, I bet you still get asked to play Final Countdown, though.
Absolutely. I think it's one of those songs that we always have to play. I mean, if we wouldn't play, it would be like, going to a concert and listening to Deep Purple and them not playing Smoke on the Water or let's say Led Zeppelin wouldn't play Stairway to Heaven or something. It's one of those songs that are equal with the band, sort of.
Yeah, well, it is a total anthem. I mean, it's one of those things. Whenever you play it anywhere, everybody goes, "Oh, the fight!" Don't they? They're really into it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's amazing. The song is about, what is it now, 25 years or something, and still today when we play it live, it's amazing the energy rush that we get from the audience, and it's great to see both the younger fans and also the older ones. They all react in the same way. They become, they go totally crazy over that song. So it's an amazing song, and it's amazing to be in a band that actually have had a hit like that. As I mentioned before, we can, we don't want to ride any, big horses or anything, but I mean, we are actually up there with Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven, and Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody. It's one of those songs, really. So it is amazing. I can't really, get the hold of it still.
Oh, it is a tremendous song, and as you say, the atmosphere must be tremendous when it gets played. The tour that you're doing at the moment, is it mainly large venues?
It's varying. It's between, let's say, 1,000 people up to 5,000-6,000 people, depending on each country and different cities. Today we're playing a club, and I think it's going to be around 1,500 people here.
Yeah.
So it varies, and I think that's very nice, because you when you play on a smaller place, you get a bit more of a direct contact with the audience. So it's a different energy flow when you play smaller places.
Now we've done we've taken New Love in Town, which I think is the current single, although I know it was released back in September. We're playing that at the moment, and I must admit the band is sounding really, really strong on that. Obviously, after all this time, it must be still quite difficult. It must be still fun getting that atmosphere together when you go on stage.
Absolutely. I mean, it's usually we get that feeling, when we play. I mean, the older stuff that people recognize, it's immediate. I mean, the energy and the vibe, and it gets really cooking in the venue. But I mean, it's also to have a song like New Love in Town sort of brings us back to a more of a current hit song, which obviously is in a way more fun to play, because it's always nice to have a fresh hit song, sort of.
Yeah, something fresh to come out with, and that the audience really can lock into.